Yo, what's good guys? Tips FX here again. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you guys one of the most requested topics by a lot of beginners, which is what is spread and leverage, guys. So a lot of beginners get confused with these terminologies like spread, leverage, bid, ask, and the likes. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you guys, all you need to know about this, especially when trading indices in the market. Of course, some of you might be familiar with spread and leverage while trading forex, but in indices, the units are kind of different, and we definitely want to understand all of these before diving into indices or trying to trade them US30, Nasdaq, and the like. First and foremost, we want to understand the definitions of these terms themselves. What is spread? So spread itself, spread is just defined as the difference between bid and ask price. Let's take for instance we have this unit 1200. So now price is at 1200 and you want to get in for a buy. Instead of price to get you into a buy at that 1200, no, price don't get you inside that 1200 because of what? Because of the spread. So because of the spread might be 10 units, the spread might be 20 units sometimes. So price might just add that 10 units or add that 20 units. So instead of price getting you in at 1200, price will get you in at what? 1210, which is 1 to 10, or 1220, which is 1 to 20, because of what? Because of the value of that specific spread. While going to the other hand, leverage is not the same thing as spread, guys, so don't get confused. Some people say leverage and spread the same thing. Now no, that is beginners way of understanding these two terms. Leverage is another different thing entirely. Leverage is the amount that a broker is willing to borrow you to get in on larger positions with small account size. Now, let's take for instance, there's a trader that wants to get in on a two standard lot on a $100 account. And trust me, $100 is kind of small while trading indices. Indices like US30, Nasdaq, and the likes. So you getting in on two standard lot size is kind of insane. So because he used a low leverage of 1 to ratio 50, he wasn't able to place that trade. It was showing invalid and the likes. And when there's another trader on the other hand, another trader that also wants to get in on that same two standard lot size on the trade of trading US30 or Nasdaq, any indices, and he was able to place that trade with a 2.00 lot size. So reason why he was able to place that trade was not just because he used a different broker or the likes. The main reason was because he was using a higher leverage. So that trader now might be using a leverage as high as 1 to ratio 500, and that was why he was able to place that two standard lot size on that particular trade with the $100 account size, which is very crazy. And this now comes to the stage of how risky leverage is. So the higher your leverage, the higher the risks you are going to be taking on those specific small accounts. Because trust me, guys, with a two standard lot size while trading indices, your account can be gone in minutes. I mean, with like a 10 pip move or 20, 50 pip move, your account will be blown, which means that you are risking, a very large amount of that small $100 account. So the higher leverage, the higher the risks you are going to be taking in the market. So you guys now see the difference now between spreads and leverage. A lot of us get confused with these terminologies, and that's why I'm here to break this down. And to further explain spreads in the market, let's just quickly go into the chart, and I'll show you guys how the unit spreads contain. Okay guys, yeah, to give a valid example of how spreads actually influences many of our trades in the market, I'll be using with this market structure right here. So now let's take for instance price is at 38480. And of course, you're looking for a sell position. You want to get in on that sell position so you can start, making money. So when you place that sell position, instead of price to get you in at that 38480, price won't get you there. Price will kind of like get you in above, so somewhere right here at the 38482. Just because of the spread. So the spread might be as large as 2 minutes. As large as 2 units. So these spreads are denoted by units. Some might be as large as 2 units, some might be as large as 5, and some might even be as large as 10. But that is really crazy. Once it has crossed 5, guys, you should not be trading with those kind of spread. So the one like I usually see, and the one that I personally see on my broker is as low as was 2 to 1 unit, which means that once I get in on what a particular trade at let's take for instance 480, my trade might be activated at 481 or 482, and that is just to show you guys how tiny this spread is. So a lot of the time, guys, these are some of the stuff that a lot of beginners might actually find interesting. They might actually be like, actually this trade was right here, this trade was right here, and I placed the sell. Instead of the trade to be activated right here, the trade will be activated right here, and then you now start seeing loss immediately, and then until the trade drop further, that's when you're going to be in profit. So that is just the influence that what spreads actually have on our trades in the market when trading indices, Nasdaq, US30, or even forex. So now that we understand what the impact that leverage and spreads have on indices or index while trading US30, Nasdaq, S&P 500 and the like. Now let's go into what the disadvantage and advantage these spreads and leverage have against traders. So the first advantage will be for spread, guys. So the lower the spread, the lower your bid and ask price. While going to leverage, the advantage of leverage is just you getting to larger positions with small accounts. Like I previously said, I've explained this in the past. You have an $100 account and you can't get in on the two standard lot size. But with a higher leverage, like a leverage of 1:500 or 1:400 or the likes, you're able to place that two standard lot size. Now the disadvantage now is that you getting on that two standard lot size is very risky, because with a small move, as you guys saw on the chart, with a small move, guys, on US30 or even S&P 500, your account might be gone if the trade is against you. And if the trade is in your favor, of course you can be making a lot of money. But of course you must definitely highlight the risks that is involved in this. And then for the low leverage, the advantage will just be that your account will be managed well. If you are using the leverage as low as 1:100, you won't be able to get in on those high risk lot size. So the maximum lot size you might use on that particular trade might now be reduced to 0.50 or 0 point or one standard lot size, depending on how big your account size is. So that is just how it's going to be measured. And to further explain these, guys, I'll be using the All-in-One Vantage app, which is the sponsor of this video, guys. So if you're looking for a broker to trade with, if you're looking for the best broker that have the best spread and have the best leverage, I personally use the All-in-One Vantage app, because they offer zero to tiny spreads and leverage as high as 1:1000. Let me quickly jump into the All-in-One Vantage app, and right here you have the Dow Jones 30, which is the US30, which of course we are going to be trading on this series. So now let me jump into it, and guys, are you guys seeing, guys, how very close this spread is, guys? So you guys can see the difference between the bid and ask price on this 5 minute. And remember, this is only a 5 minute time frame. If I go as high as the 1 each time frame, you see that this bid and ask price is actually nowhere to be found. But you guys can see how close these margins are, and that's to tell you that you're actually getting the best spread right here. And of course, to choose the specific leverage you're going to be using on your live account, guys, all you just have to do is just go to the profile and then click right here, click on this trade tab, and you can choose click on leverage, and then you'll be able to choose the amount of leverage you can use on your specific account. And the one I currently use is 1:500. And then if you want a low leverage of like 1:100, you can choose that. If you want an high leverage, you can go as high as 1:1000. So you can choose anyone that you want on this specific app. And of course, with Vantage tiny spread and high leverage, you can save up to 15% of your trading capital while trading indices. So there you have it, guys. All you need to know about what spread and leverage. So this is the part 3, guys, of we learning everything there is to know about indices. And if you are enjoying this series, make sure to give me a thumbs up, as I'll be dropping another series as soon as possible. And if you enjoyed this video, or you wish to share this knowledge to other traders that wish to start trading indices like US30, Nasdaq, or the likes, make sure you share this video. I recommend it to them. So don't forget to subscribe, guys, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next range. Peace.